I'm singing in my head. I really am. You see that? It's up there. Now I'm gonna talk to myself until some people get in here because I'm just kind of, like I'm here and I just want to stand here, for hashtag replay. Somebody might be watching and go like, why isn't she talking for the first 30 seconds, right? So yeah, there you go. Hi. How are you? It's Wednesday. I'm Cindy. Nice to see you. I didn't want to pull that friggin' chair in. Oh, I use it as like a leaner. Like I kind of sit here and, when I'm sanding, right? Which is what I was just doing just before I decided to hit the go live button. Hello, Facebook user. Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Yeah, so I am just working on shining up a pen, sanding it and whatnot. Hey, Steve. Hi, sorry, I just had to go check something and I couldn't answer her. I'll have to answer her later, but that's okay. Hey, Ron. Hi, how are you? Easter egg 2020, show your love. Hashtag ripple ripple, be the ripple. Yay. Um, yeah, yesterday, what was it? Was it yesterday? No, it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday was yesterday. See, the two little pills that they give me to keep me calm, because it's like my biggest phobia. I could tell you all the story, but it's like, bleh, why bother? It's just my biggest phobia, and it comes from a really, 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 really bad dentist. Like when I was a little girl, he was a really, really, really bad dentist. Um, yeah, so ever since then, it's been terrible. I have a pretty good dentist now. Her staff doesn't really, they're not really great with PTSD, but this dentist, she's dealt with PTSD her entire career. So I'm kind of hoping that we can work together. Hey, Andrea, so that we can work together and I don't have to go find a new dentist, because I really like her. So she got me through it yesterday. Like I took these two pills, um, and it's a really heavy duty, like Ativan type idea. Hey, Sammy, how are you? Hi, Sammy, how are you? Yeah, we've got friends from overseas joining us tonight. That's really exciting. Yes, so I'm here in my pen shop. Um, and I promised you guys that I'd walk you through this pen I'm making for my friend Steve Mather in British Columbia. And last time we were here, we cut a blank. So we cut it to the proper size, because we knew what kind of pen we were already making. So we cut it to the proper size. You came to house, baby. That's right. And we drilled the proper size hole, and we then beeswaxed the end of the brass, and we glued it in there. So it's already in there. It's glued. It's been sitting there because I promised you guys I wasn't going to do anything until we did it together. Um, Now it'll be next week before I actually put it on the lathe because I have a couple more ahead of it that I have to get into before I actually turn this. But we can do a couple of the next steps, and I can tell you guys some stuff before and after the 710 dab. Hey, do you guys like my earrings and my little necklace? My friend Christine, remember I went to Christine's place and we did some promos last week. Um, and I was telling you, like she was telling you about some of the goodies that she puts in her pack. And I told, and she talked about the artist that made the jewelry, and I said, I can't wait to see who gets the amazing daisies. These are the amazing daisies. She gave them to me. Aren't they beautiful? And that is by Creative Raven Arts. In case anybody wants to go check them out, Creative Raven Arts. She's got some beautiful stuff. So I figured I would wear mine tonight and show them all. Yay! So what we do is we take a little X-Acto knife and we dig out the ends where we have the pieces of beeswax and the extra glue. I had to go get the garbage can to dig it out too. So we quite literally just dig it out. And if there's extra glue, I cut it off. I get asked a lot where I learned how to do this. I went to a veterans retreat, and it started off with military veterans, but then they opened up to all first responder veterans. So I went to a veterans retreat uh, here in Nova Scotia, in Shelburne, called Rally Point Retreat. And I went there in a pretty major crisis. And the first thing they did was feed me. And then they gave me an edible. Yes, they gave me an edible. This was years ago because I had my prescription, and so did the owner of the place. So they gave me a cup of tea and a couple of cookies and said, "Go sleep." Thank you, Sammy. Yeah, I'm pretty much covered from here to my toes. Yeah, so I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning, and of course I was still shaking. And they said, "Okay, we're going to teach you how to make a pen." And I should have brought my first pen in here. It's in my bedroom. And we picked a short little pen, just a little pen, and it had a chain, and it was a necklace pen, absolutely beautiful. And we picked out a pen blank. I picked out a really pretty green one, and that's what they got me to focus on, was making that pen. And I was hooked. After that, I was hooked. I would go up there every second weekend and turn pens, and I was spending. I mean, it was like a 4-hour drive, and I eventually got a bunch of small pieces of equipment, with the exception of my lathe. My lathe is a full-size, kick-ass, gonna do some damage lathe. But the rest of my stuff is either secondhand or very small, inexpensive units. But it's really cool. Oh, Sammy. Thank you. I mean, I only did a short stint due to a car accident, but I mean, it was I met some of the best friends of my life in the West Nova Scotia Regiment, and I am very proud to say that they have been on some amazing tours, and I love these people dearly. Absolutely, some of my best friends. Yeah. So now we've dug it out, and we can see through. Woo! See right through it. There you go. I got it at the right angle now. So what we're going to do is we're going to square it off. And you're going, yeah, it's already square, Cindy. But what I mean is, if you take a look in, you can see where the brass starts, and you can see that the blank is longer than the brass tubing. Hi, Crystal. Right? So it's a bit longer than the brass tubing. So what we need to do is we need to drill down to that. We have special tools. We do. We have special tools. We have something called a squaring cutter, which is this dude. And what it does is you put a guide on it, such as that. And this is one with a guide already on. Put a guide on it, such as that. And then you put this part into your drill. And it comes down through. Oh, this one is a little bit too big for this piece. It comes down through, and then when it turns, this cuts it. So it'll turn and turn and turn and turn and turn, and it'll cut it here. And you have to be very, very careful to bring it down just to touch the brass. You don't want to cut the brass off. That's very, very important. Now, I have one of these cutters already set up on my drill press, so we can square off the sides of this, and then it'll be ready to turn. And that right now I have a Darth Vader pen that I am shining here. Oh, look, don't have very much time before the 7:10. So, and I'm going to grab the prize, because we'll talk about the prize after the 7:10 dab. You have a great night, Sammy. Rest well, my friends. We're going to come over there. See, there's my drill press right there. But also, here's my dab station, because it's the most open. I don't have any wood around me here. I don't have any material, as you can. Woo, I have to be careful on the mats, though. So, see? So yeah, it's a safe place to dab. For sure. For sure, for sure. We're at 8:09. We are almost there, so I should probably get my straw out. I still have some Karma Cup samples left. Like, holy fuck, right? So I am going to do one of those. And now, I'm not a mimosa or a lemon haze enjoyer of the flower, but boy howdy do I like the concentrates. So I have here the High Terps winner, the first out of 12, and it's lemon haze, and that is what I'm going to dab here for 7:10. What about you fine folks? Huh? What about you fine folks? Gonna get my straw ready. Yes. So I'm gonna have this dab, and then we will square. We will take a look at the prize, and then we will square off this blank. Okay. Happy 7:10, folks. Oh, yay. So I'm so glad about that, sweetheart. I have some stuff that I can't wait to finish and just get out there because it's not claimed. So I can just show off what I'm doing, right? Okay. This prize can go anywhere in the world. There is no cannabis in this prize. So it can go anywhere in the world. I have right here. I have the number right there. Everybody pick a number between 50 and 100. And we have a Gizeh prize pack. And just in case you're curious of what's in that, it's a Gizeh pen. It's a pair of Gizeh sunglasses. Should have worn mine. It is a Gizeh grinder. It is a variety of Gizeh papers. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 regular size varieties and 3 1 1/4. I love Gizeh. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love Gizeh. Ever since I discovered it by winning it, it was, I believe, from Kim. I won them, and then I got them in the Karma Cup pack. I love these guys. I honestly, every time I get a pre-roll and something else, I rip it open and re-roll it in a Gizeh. Hey, Rob, how are you? Yes. So pick a number between 50 and 100. It is right here in my hat, and you can win a Gizeh prize pack. I love Gizeh. Browns. Oh, the browns are amazing. I like all of the 1 1/4s that are in here. The first ones I tried were the greens, and I fell in love with those. Kind of partial to them, but I'm just finishing up a pack of browns, and yeah, I just love Gizeh. They're amazing. Hi, Ashley. How are you? So, and again, I am broadcasting to 3 rooms right at the moment. So I'm going to have to check everywhere that I'm broadcasting to see who guessed what number first, just so everybody knows. And my nose is itchy. So now, what do you say we square this blank? Oh my gosh, there it is. Okay, so if you can see, if I turn you a little bit more, I already have this contraption set up, right? So I'm going to fix the blank in the square tightly, put on the safety glasses, because that's a very important thing to do. I love making this. I love playing on wave. It's very relaxing. I mean, this just ribbons off and it's so cool. It's almost like it's snowing. But it's easier to clean up. Okay, so I hit the piece of brass, and I turn it over and I do it again. But I'll show you guys. See, right down to the brass, and you just touch the brass, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Good to go. Hi, Johnny. How are you? I saw a few more people comment. I'm going to fix this in here, come back and say hi for a second before I square off the other side. Hey, bees. How are you? Hi, Mike Powell. Hi, Ashley Keating. How's everybody? Yeah, so I don't know what it is about making pens, but I do, like I say, I enjoy it. I have been told by a couple of people that do some fine work, delay, maybe bigger work, that I have quite a talent, and I just kind of lose myself in it. I don't know talent or anything, but I think it's an absolute blast. So I love to do it. And I like taking something that's just a square piece of acrylic, and then you create something beautiful out of it, right? I'm going to turn this back around here. Take my. Oh, you rock, Johnny. Thank you. Hi, Darren. Yeah, this is my little shop. This is my little peaceful place, especially once I get it finished and get things arranged, get some shelves up on the wall and get rid of the clutter and all that kind of jazz. I can't wait for the summer. I've got some pieces from a historical home here in Nova Scotia that got torn down illegally. It's called the Reed House. And I probably have about 70 pieces, but I can't turn them until I can open the garage door because they are full of asbestos. So I do have the proper gear and whatnot, but I want to keep the area ventilated to like when I turn anything that has come anywhere near asbestos. So yeah, I will wait to turn those and whatnot. I'll wear the full facial gear because I've got one of those as well. Right. And I will wear the breathing apparatus just to make sure that I stay clear of getting any getting any of it in my system for sure. So yeah, nobody wants to breathe in or have asbestos go in their eyes or anything like that. So I'm going to be extra careful when I am turning those, and then make sure I shower right afterwards, of course. So yeah, but they will. I'm going to turn those. I'm going to turn all of those and make pens before I sell them, because I'm going to make beautiful COAs to go with them to try and commemorate the historical home that got torn down. Yeah. If you haven't picked a number between 50 and 100 yet, please do. I have a little number stuffed up here in my hat. So this piece that I started with you guys is now ready to turn. I have pieces of acrylic in my pop box. It's now ready to turn. I have the pen pieces assembled, the instructions, of course, and the blank is all ready to turn. So next week I will be able to teach you a little bit about how we turn it, how I mount it on the good old lathe here, and all about finding the right size, etc., etc., etc. But I'm going to put that off to the side right now because I do have a couple to turn before I get there. I'll have those turned during the week, probably, hopefully have pictures up. On Friday, we have rain coming, but we have flash freezing coming in the late afternoon, early evening to Nova Scotia. They're warning us that we may lose power. So Friday is a good day to stay home and turn pens until I lose power anyway. Yeah, why not, right? So yeah, and my appointment for tomorrow just got canceled. So once I'm done on the show, I might come on in here and turn a few more pens. I love this place. I really want to get it organized. It's kind of driving me nuts. I look around and I have the summer furniture, like the outdoor furniture in here, all the Christmas stuff, because I don't have a shed yet either, right? So hopefully come spring, I will be able to get a shed and get everything loaded into there, and then get some shelves up and get things organized. It'll be really cool. Oh, yeah. So, we are almost to 420. Yeah, we were saved on this Friday past, but then we got hit on Monday. So it's kind of like, but that's okay. We will fare through. I have seen some spring birds already, so I am hopeful that that is a sign that spring is most definitely on the way. Let's keep our fingers crossed. If you haven't yet picked a number between 50 and 100, please do. We do have a Gizeh prize pack to give away. It has a pen and a pair of sunglasses, a grinder, and 7 different packs of Gizeh papers. These are absolutely the best papers you will ever use. Trust me. Yes, we are like probably about 30 seconds. Where's my joint? I'm good to go. Oh my goodness. I am out in my pen shop. I am shining a pen. I am using the lathe and I am just so fucking happy. I'm going to put another pen on there tonight and cut some acrylic up. It should be good. By the time you guys see this, it should be 4:20 West Coast. So I'm going to light up my joint. Happy 4:20 Westies. So yeah, the pen I'm going to turn next. I actually haven't turned this variety of pen yet. I am freaking stoked to turn it. It's a pen that actually has a one of those sand timekeepers. Oh my Jesus Christ, I can't think of the fucking word. I'm gonna grab the pen kit. Hourglass. It's a fucking hourglass, except for it's a couple of minute glass. Anyway, it's an hourglass pen, and it's going on an outer space blank, so it's going to be space and time. I might have told you guys this before, and if I did, I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you again because I'm really fucking excited. Yeah, I haven't made one of these yet, so I love the idea. When I got the idea, I got giddy. Right? Honestly, I got giddy. And the person I'm making it for is just as excited. So I can't wait to get this one made and get it delivered. It's one of those ones that's been haunting me since, my pen shop has been on hiatus and I've only been able to, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited to turn this one. It's going to be the next one up on the lathe. And then I've got a variety of different ones to make. And I've got some pen blanks that I have to reorder because I still haven't found that fucking box. So I'm just going to bite the bullet and spend the money and get it delivered once again. And then, of course, once those are in, I will work my butt off to get that stuff made and then get it shipped out. Hi, Louise, sweetheart. How are you? Pick a number between 50 and 100, honey. We've got a Gizeh prize pack to go out. Can't remember what I rolled. I have a couple of different varieties, and I think this is black tuna that I'm smoking. It's really good is what it is. So yeah, this is my fun evening. Hello, Robert. How are you? 50 to 100, Louise. Please and thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. So yeah, I am. I'm going to finish turning this this pen. I will post pictures once done. I promise. And then I'm hopefully going to get into this hourglass pen, and between the next day or two, get that turned as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool to be out here. It's pretty cool to have a mess going. It's really neat. I just can't wait to have shelves like this mess behind me. Like if I could not see that, I should like bring out some of my flags and hang them, and then I just won't see that, and then I'll feel better. I think that's funny. Yeah. Yep. Here's my sign. Holy Joe Jitsu. I don't know if I. Ugh. The Belmont Pen Collection. A lady that I used to know a long, long, long time ago. Well, 2 years. She made that for me, just because when I first met her, she's like she just loved the whole pen idea. And one day I showed up and she had that for me. And yeah, so I put it on the wall wherever I am. I didn't have it on the wall at my temporary place because like it was only supposed to be for a few months, and over 2 years later, here I am. But yeah, it's gonna go up here. It's gonna go right above my lathe. Actually, I can't wait to have it up. Yeah. Hi, Lori. How are you? Yeah. So there'll be pictures as I get stuff arranged, and then I'm gonna get some poster board and I'm gonna put it over on the end here because I have this huge, massive sticker collection, and it's just sitting in a bag, and I want them all. And I want them up somewhere, right? So I'm gonna get us like just some, Bristol board type idea, and I'm going to put it up along the side there, and I'm going to just stickerify it. Yeah. And then if I have to, I can bring it around. I also have a crap ton of pins that I have collected from a variety of different things that I've done, you know, whether it be the Karma Cup or the Kootenai Cannabis Cup or this or that or something else. So out in BC, I collected a few. In Toronto, I've collected some. So I'm going to get some cork board, you know what I mean? And I'm going to do another part of the wall, and I'm going to put all my pins up. And I think that would be pretty cool. That way everything kind of has a nice little area and it can be displayed. And then I've got some flags, and I've got some, oh my goodness, I've got some sports paraphernalia that'll probably go up out here too, because there's no other place in the house for it. I mean, like we got a lot of both of our furniture in, but like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we had to get rid of because we had no room for it. But this will be pretty cool. You know, there's a couple of chairs, so when people come to visit, I can turn pens and have visitors. I've got a great big red comfy chair over there. I've got this tall chair here. Yeah, so I can turn pens and have visitors. I will eventually have a second lathe, so I can even have somebody come along and turn pens as well. So if somebody wants to learn or wants to turn their own pen, you know, you have to sign a waiver that if you injure yourself, it's not my fault. Oh shoot. Where I learned, they got in some trouble because they didn't get people to do that. That's just why it comes to my brain. And there they were trying to be a retreat and help people, right? And somebody anyway. So, but they're still going. The retreat is beautiful. One of the other things I got to do when I was there is I got to replant a tree. So they were trying to move a bunch of little trees around that were on the property to make a hedge full of trees that would all grow into fruition and be great big huge trees and edge the property so it would be guarded by these beautiful trees. So being one of their first visitors, I actually got to go out with a little backhoe and whatnot and dig up and replant one of the trees to help make the hedge to protect the veterans. So yeah, to me that's a really huge part. I'm still a huge part of that because of that tree, right? And it's really kind of cool. Yeah. And relate my joint because I talked it out. You see, I did a dab of lemon haze, which is a very high sativa. So yickety 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 yick, right? Yeah. Yeah, and they had a saltwater hot tub at this place too. Every night when we're done and we've got the shop cleaned up and the place cleaned up, out in the freaking hot tub. I don't care what the weather. We were out there in a blizzard one night. It was friggin' amazing. Yeah. No, it's quite the place. This retreat. They really look after the veterans that come. They saved my life the night that I went, and I will forever have that pen that I made on my first day to commemorate my time there, which is really awesome. And they will forever have that tree that I moved to commemorate my time there, which is pretty cool. Yeah. My cats used to be being out here, and I could hear them both at the door trying to open the door. It's hilarious. Poor things. I'll go in a minute and get another cup of tea, and then come back out here and finish shining up this pen. Yeah. I've gone through 3 of the grits so far. I have 11, 13 more to go. And then I've got to put the shine juice on it, and then put the pen together. So it's another little bit yet, but it not as long as it sounds, because each grit that I go up, it actually takes less time as I'm going through, because I really I'm continuing to smooth it with each grit, right? Yeah, so someday I would like to get a full size bandsaw and a full size drill press. Um, I keep an eye on Kijiji and Marketplace and all that jazz, and someday the right one will come along at the right price, and I'll grab it because now I have a garage with a cement floor, and that makes all the difference in the world, right? Like when I had the mini home, I wouldn't be able to get the full size ones; they'd go right through the floor. Um, but yeah, the mini ones work, and I've got a really great bench. But if I could get full size ones, it would open up a little bit more of what I could do and what I would be comfortable doing, right? Because a lot of it is what I'm comfortable with. When things get opened up, I'm heading to there's Lee Valley. I mean, Lee Valley is almost everywhere, and they hold. If you're ever curious about learning how to make a pen or learning how to turn this or learning how to make that, they offer wonderful classes. So when things open back up, I'm going to go take a few classes in pen turning from them, just because I have learned very informally, and a lot of it's been self-taught, watching YouTube, talking to some of these guys that I've met, in Texas online. And it's served me well. I've had an absolute blast, but it would be really cool to go learn some professional techniques from Lee Valley. They also offer different things, like so I can learn how to do different things with my lathe and turn bowls or turn stuff in between centers. I have turned some handles because you can't have there's no hole going through it, so there's no piece of steel going through it holding it there. It's very nerve-wracking for me because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I want to go learn. And when I get up there in Lee Valley and hold classes again, I'm going to go learn that kind of stuff, just for the heck of it. But I love making pens. I love creating pens with clients. The other thing I'm going to learn how to do is I can get sets to make rings, like rings for your fingers. So I'm gonna learn how to do that. There's a couple of YouTube videos. So I'll watch those and learn how to make rings, and then it'll take me a while to be able to offer all sizes. But I'll start with a couple of different sets and make some rings. I think that'll be pretty cool. With that, we have come to 8:31, so it is the end of the show. Yeah, it's been really great chilling with you guys, taking that next step in making this pen. And so next week we'll talk about how I mount it onto the lathe, and we might even take the first few cuts. But be warned, if I take the first few cuts, I'm going to keep going because I have to, we're either going to have a really long sesh so you guys can see the whole turning of it, or, I'm just going to have to videotape some and show you all on my wall. Lee Valley is all over the place. Here in Nova Scotia, it's in Halifax. So I actually have to go to Halifax one of these days soon and pick up some stuff from Lee Valley. It's like my favorite store. It's really hard to go in there and not spend all the money I have, because there's so much stuff I'd like to have. So yes, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it. What I might do is teach you a few things next week, and then the week after we'll actually start turning it, because that way you'll see the majority of it. And then once I've got it turned down to the right size, I can put it aside and we can shine it the week after. So we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, the number. Everybody wants to know what the number was too, right? Ha ha ha! You have a number on a piece of paper. Number 75 is the winner. So I will go through later on once I am done playing out here, and I will see who won. And I'll put that in my little pop box over there. And and with that, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go make a cup of tea, and then come back out here and finish shining this pen. So thanks for joining me. You guys rock for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna send you all some love. Go out there and show your love. Hashtag show your love. You know what? You see somebody, you say, "Hey, Cindy, nice daisy earrings," and I'll be like, "Yeah!" And I'll have a great big smile on my face, and I'll turn around and I'll do that for somebody else, and I'll do that for somebody else, and then I'll do that for somebody else. And in that, you're being the ripple. You're being the stone that casts that ripple of happiness and joy and beauty. And the world is just a better place when you do that. So yeah. Listen, just go out there and be that ripple, be the stone that casts that ripple, and show some love. And trust me, the smile that you will receive back will brighten your day just as much as you have now brightened theirs. And with that, I will say, see you next week. See you in the morning, Ron. Reefer Reporters tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. And just under half an hour, you have the Pace Radio Show. And then JJ is back with you tomorrow night, Mama J. So have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys next week. I gotta click the buttons.